All right, we're here on 2016 Hart Media Day with quarterback Logan Brettell here in Olathe, Kansas. Logan, you guys made it all the way to the fairly far in the NAI FCS last season, losing to defending champ Southern Oregon. You guys are right on the cusp of making it to that championship game. But what will you guys take from that experience of that playoff experience, taking on a Southern Oregon team, and what do you hope to bring into this season from that?
I think the biggest thing we probably learned from that game was just taking each play and not taking plays off. Because I know a lot of times in that game we were right on 2nd and 10 or something like that, and we got stuck. They didn't show us anything that we hadn't seen on film. We did a lot of really good preparation, but sometimes we took a couple plays off. Got in 3rd and long situations, and a big game like that with a really big team, a really good team like that, it's just really that kills a drive or something like that. And in a big game, you really can't have drive kills like that. So I think in big games like that, as a team, we just need to be on the same page. We need to, the championship team doesn't take plays off. That's the thing that I think that we learned the most, me especially as an incoming starter this season.
For you personally, now you will enter this season as the starter. You had a lot of great experience last year, came in and stepped in nicely. What leadership qualities do you hope to bring to the team this season?
Well, I think being behind Nick really helped me last year. Nick and I are very different psychologically, very different athletically as far as what we bring to the table. But I think being around Nick really helped me last year because I gained a lot of experience without even stepping on the field, just being behind him. He brought a lot of vocal leadership to the team, a lot of mental and physical toughness that kind of rubbed off on the rest of the team. So I think that as far as bringing that back, as Nick did, I think it was really good for the team. So I plan on doing that. I'm a very physically and mentally tough person, but I think proving that on the field and letting this team see that is really good for them because it helps rub off on them. So that psychological leadership, that type of thing is what I plan on doing.
Let's talk about the offense real quick. You do return, a lot of your primary targets, along with some new pieces maybe in the running back field. But let's talk about this offense and what you're excited about with this group.
For most of the season last year, we were a very pass-heavy team because we had a lot of talent at the wide receiver position. We did have talent at the running back position, but I think Coach Morris, being from Texas Tech, he brought that offense over, and they're a very pass-heavy offense. So we got a lot of our inspiration from that. So I think this season you'll probably see a lot of that same thing, but we're also bringing in some pretty good running backs as far as returning a couple that are really good for us. So we'll be very creative and very visually appealing offense to watch. It'll be a very exciting thing to watch. But a lot of what last year the high passing games, we had games where we threw 40 and 50 times a game. So I think that you'll probably see a lot of that this season as well.
Well, Logan, thank you very much for your time and good luck coming up this season.
Thank you.
All right, we're here on 2016 Hart Media Day with senior defensive lineman Josh Kock. Josh, you guys are coming off another great season, 11-2 playoff season. Now coming in, you're going to take on a tough Grandview team. What are some of those experiences that you will take from the last few years into this year, and what do you hope to instill in your teammates as we enter a new year?
This year, I'd like to instill a good work ethic. That's the kind of person I am, especially my type of leadership role. I like to lead by example. If the guys see me doing something, I'd like for them to, do the same things that I'm doing. Pick up, work hard, take every day by day. Every day at practice, do the best that you can. Get better every day. As far as Grandview goes, it's just they're the best team in the Hack North, and we all know that. And from a defensive perspective, last year Coach G got after the D-line. He said, "You guys have to put pressure on the quarterback," and we did that. I think we did a pretty decent job, and I think that's something that we're going to have to do again this year if we want to have another successful game against them.
Well, let's talk about that game again. That was the first game of the season, new opponent, their first game in the Heart, but it was the defense that really stifled them and set the tone for the game and really the rest of the season. But talk about that game specifically. What was key in that game to give us the victory?
I think just a lot of teamwork. All at camp, the whole defense really came together. We molded. We knew where everyone was going to be at the exact time that they should be there. We just, as a defense, we just come together really well, and I think that's something that's going to happen again this year. Because we have a lot of returners coming back, great players for us last year, and so I think that's something that's going to really help us this year.
We talked to Logan about that game against Southern Oregon, right on the cusp of getting to the next spot, closer to the national title. Defensively, only gave up 24 points to Southern Oregon, but still didn't quite get to where we needed. What do you hope to take from that playoff experience last year to bring it into this year to get over the hump?
When I look back at that game, I think of the experience as in a playoff team. We faced a really good playoff team who almost went on to be the national championship, to almost be the national champion. And it's just more competition. We learned a lot by seeing how the farther we get in the playoffs, the better the teams are going to get. And I think we tried to prepare for that, but we weren't quite ready for that. And I think this year it's going to be a different story because we know exactly what to expect. I hope we come together to Southern Oregon again because I think it'll be a different outcome this year.
Well, Josh, thank you so much for your time and good luck this season.
Thank you.